Okay, Prabhu. So we will be discussing from Srimad Bhagavatam. Today is the appearance day of Radha Kund, Bahulashtami.
Yes.
I want to discuss something from Srimad Bhagavatam. Can all of you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. So let me. Yeah. So we'll get started. Thank you so much. So we'll just chant Jai Radha Madhav like Srila Prabhupada taught us before every Bhagavatam class. If I get a call from the hospital, then I will just request Sharan Prabhu to just chant Hare Krishna for a few seconds. Okay. And then I'll be right back. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Dhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Dhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Radha Madan Mohan Radhe Jai Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jai Jagannatha Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Devi Jai Jaya Prabhupada Jai Jai Prabhupada Jai Jaya Gurudev Jai Jai Gurudev Nitai Gaura Haribol Nitai Gaura Haribol Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhamsa Parivrajakacharya Ashtotter Shata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Abhay Charanaravindra Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai ISKCON Guru Varga Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Nitai Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol Shri Bahulashtami Mahamahotsav Ki Jai Shri Radha Kund Appearance Day Ki Jai. So dear devotees, let us chant our Mangalacharan and straight dive into Srimad Bhagavatam 10th Canto Chapter 36 entitled The Slaying of Arishtha, the Bull Demon. Om Ajnanatirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पदान् सहगणा ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरात्विषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। वासुदेव परा वेदा वासुदेव परामका वासुदेव परा योगा वासुदेव परक्रिया वासुदेव परम ज्ञानम वासुदेव परम तपः वासुदेव परो धर्मो वासुदेव परागतिः। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमो पंकजनाभाय नमो पंकजमालिने नमो पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांघ्रये। आराध्यो भगवान् व्रजेश तन्धाम वृंदावनम रम्या काचिदुपासना व्रजवधू वर्गेणया कल्पिता। श्रीमद्भागवतं प्रमाणममलं प्रेमः पुमर्तो महान् श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभोर्मतमिदं तत्रादरान परा। हरे कृष्ण। So thank you very much, dear devotees, for allowing me to be in your association and speak some Krishna Katha today. ISKCON Fort Lauderdale is like a family for me. Thanks to all of you, Janeshwar Gaurang Prabhu and Sharang Prabhu and all your families and all the other devotees there. Very, very grateful for this opportunity. So today is Bahulashtami, and according to our Vaishnava calendar, it is the appearance day of Shri Radha Kund. And many of us, we are doing our Bhakti Shastri. Many of us have already done Bhakti Shastri, so we know that Srila Rupa Goswami in Nectar of Instruction, Upadeshamrit, he clearly tells us which is the highest, holiest of all holy places in this whole universe. It is Shri Radha Kund. And today is the appearance day of Radha Kund. So let us read from Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam about the appearance of Radha Kund. So we are in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 36, entitled The Slaying of Arishtha, the Bull Demon. And we will be reading the first 15 verses of this chapter. So, verse number 1. Shri Badarayani Ruvacha. So, Shukdev Goswami speaking to Maharaj Parikshit. Atatar agato goshtham arishto vrishabhasuraha mahim maha kakutkayaha kampayan khuravikshatam. So for the first verse, we will read the word to word also. Shri Badarayani Uvacha. Shri Shukadev Goswami said. Atha, next. Tarhi, then. Agataha, came. Goshtham, to the cowherd village. Arishtha, named Arishtha. Vrishabasura, the bull demon. Vrishava means bull and Asura means demon. Mahim, the earth. Maha, great. Kakut, having a hump. Kayaha, whose body. Kampayan, making tremble. Khura, by his hooves. Vikshatam, torn. Translation. Shukadev Goswami said, the demon Arishtha then came to the cowherd village, appearing in the form of a bull with a large hump. He made the earth tremble as he tore it apart with his hooves. So we will incorporate the purports in our discussion. So we will be discussing it based on the commentaries of our acharyas. And in the purport also, the humble disciples of our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada, they have incorporated from these commentaries only. Mainly Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and Sanatan Goswami and Jiva Goswami and Sridhar Swami, of course. So let us see for verse number 1, what does Sanatan Goswami say? Shripad Sanatan Goswami says that Aristasura came to Vrindavan at night when Krishna was about to go to enjoy his Rasa Leela. Shripad Sanatan Goswami writes like this. So my dear friends, Krishna has already performed his Rasa Leela. All that description is over. And now Shukdev Goswami describes the killing of Aristasura demon. This Aristasura demon was a very powerful demon and he was a servant of King Kamsa. And Kamsa Maharaj sent Aristasura to Vrindavan to kill Krishna. So in Vishnu Puran, Shripad Sanatan Goswami points out, it is written that Prodoshardo kadachittu rasa sakte janardane trasayan samado goshtham arishtha sampagataha. In Vishnu Puran it is described that Aristasura came to Vrindavan at night. Pradosha Kala. Pradosha Kala, according to Shripad Sanatan Goswami, means the time period from 8:24 p.m. to 10:48 p.m. And he came Pradosh Ardha. Ardha means midway, half. So he came somewhere between 8:24 p.m. and 10:48 p.m. Means approximately Aristasura came to Vrindavan at 9:30 p.m. which is the bedtime for the simple Vrajvasis because they wake up early. So he came at bedtime, 9:30 p.m. Of course, Krishna later on will go and enjoy Rasa Leela late at night. But that the other Brajvasis do not know by the Leela Shakti of Krishna. Then Sridhar Swami, the original commentator on Srimad Bhagavatam, he says that when Krishna returns to Vrindavan in the evening, you see, every day Krishna goes to graze the cows. Every day Krishna goes to graze the cows in the forest of Vrindavan with his friends. And in the evening, when Krishna comes back, all the Brajvasis, they are so eager to be reunited with Krishna and Balaram that Sridhar Swami says, every evening when Krishna comes back with his friends and cows to Vrindavan, there is a great festival. So think about it, my dear friends. In Vrindavan, every evening there is a festival. Oh, Krishna, Balaram, all their friends, all the cows, they have come back. So they come, they bring the cows and tie them up in the Goshala, in the cow shed. And then Krishna and Balaram and all the Gopas, they are given bath by their mothers. And then all of them come outside. And there is a nice festival. Everybody wants to see Krishna. Everybody wants to see Balaram. So every evening there used to be a festival in Vrindavan, Sridhar Swami says. And it was at this time when they were about to go to bed, this Aristasura demon came. And he came today on the Krishna Ashtami, the Krishna Paksha Ashtami of the month of Kartik. Today is Krishna Ashtami of Kartik month. So today is the day, my dear friends, 9:30 p.m. Aristasura came to Vrindavan. Now we go to verse number 2. So the same verse is quoted here. And it is from Vishnu Puran. You can see. So then we go to the next verse. This is verse number 2. Rambhamanah kharataram padacha vilikhan mahim udyamya puchham vaprani vishana grena chodharan kinchit chakrin munchan mutrayan sthambalochanah. Look at this description now. Srila Shukdev Goswami is describing Aristasura, what he did. Translation: Aristasura bellowed very harshly and pawed the ground. With his tail raised and his eyes glaring, he began to tear up the embankments with the tips of his horns. Every now and then passing a little stool and urine. Hare Krishna. So Vrindavan is a very clean place. And Aristasura was creating a mess over there. He was tearing up the earth, destroying the embankments, and he was passing stool and urine. So, and with his eyes also, he was glaring and trying to scare everyone. Just see the nature of demons. So in this commentary to verse number 2, Srila Jiva Goswami says that Aristasura was very eager to fight. He was so strong that he was very eager to fight. What does this mean, my dear friends? When we have something that we are proud of, we are very eager to show off. For example, if we have memorized some verses, we may feel very eager to show them off to our devotee friends so that they will respect us. They will think, oh, how learned, how learned. Or we may have some other skill, some other knowledge, and we like to show off to get respect. That is wrong. We can share knowledge to inspire each other. We can share knowledge to spread the sweetness of Krishna consciousness. That is very good. But to share our knowledge, abilities, accomplishments to get mundane respect, that is a disease. That is Aristasura mentality. Aristasura had a lot of physical strength and he wanted to show off his strength. Therefore, he was looking for a contender who could fight with him. So he came like a raging bull, literally, raging bull. He wanted a good fight. Even today we say, as strong as a bull. Haven't you heard that? as strong as a bull, they say. And here is Aristasura. So we go to next verse, verse number 3. And 3 and 4 verses are together here. Yasya nirha diteng nanga nishthurena gavam nrinam patant akalato garbah sravanti sma bhayena vai nirvishanti ghana yasya kakud achalashankaya tam tikshna shringam udviksha gopya gopascha tatrushu. Translation. Shukdev Goswami is telling Parishit Maharaj, my dear king, clouds hovered about sharp-horned Aristasura's hump, mistaking it for a mountain. And when the cowherd men and ladies caught sight of the demon, they were struck with terror. Bhayena. Indeed, the strident reverberation of his roar so frightened the pregnant cows and women that they lost their fetuses in miscarriage. Garbaha. And the word is used. Patanti. Patanti Garbaha. They had a miscarriage. The fetus fell out. And here, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, up to 4th month, a premature delivery in Sanskrit is called Srava. In the 5th and 6th month, it is called Pata, Garbhapat. And after this, it is considered birth, Prasuti. Prasuti Griha. That is considered birth. So it is divided. First 4 months, 5th and 6th month, and after 7th, 8th, and 9th month is Prasuti. So Grihapath happened because of the terror that Aristasura created in the hearts of the innocent little cows and the gopis of Vrindavan, those who were pregnant. Very, very ghastly description. Such a description you will never see for any other demon. Then we go to Sanatan Goswami's commentary on these 2 verses. Shripad Sanatan Goswami calls Parishit Maharaj Anga in the first line. You see? Anga. He is called Anga. Anga. Anga means part of one's own body. So Shukdev Goswami is addressing Parishit Maharaj as Anga out of extreme intimacy, out of fear, and also to comfort Parishit Maharaj. Because such a ghastly description is going to come, that there was Garbhapat for the cows and the gopis. Such a horrible description is there. So to comfort Parikshit, and also for his own comfort, Shukdev Goswami is almost through words embracing dear Parishit Maharaj by calling him Anga. Oh, Anga, it's part of my own body. It's a very affectionate address, Anga. So it means that when we speak Krishna Katha, when we speak Hari Katha, we must feel it. We must experience it. We should not speak Hari Katha. We should not hear Hari Katha just passively, just hearing. No. When we hear Hari Katha, we must feel it. We must experience it. Shri Shukdev Goswami and Parishit Maharaj are going through so many emotions. Jiva Goswami, to these 2 verses, he comments from Vishnu Puran. Srila Jiva Goswami gives further detailed description of Aristasura from Vishnu Puran. Srila Jiva Goswami points out that the color, the complexion of Aristasura was like a dark cloud. See, even Krishna's complexion is like a dark cloud, but Krishna is Ghanasham, he is Shama Sundar, he is Shama Varna, he is dark colored, but Krishna is very beautiful. Whereas Aristasura was extremely ugly and hideous to look at. Why? Because inside he was ugly. He had an ugly heart. and Krishna has the most beautiful heart. So complexion was like a cloud. The eyes of Aristasura were very bright like sun. Imagine, this is a huge demon. Think of the largest building you have seen, my dear friends, in your life. For example, the Empire State Building in New York, or the biggest building you have seen. Think of that building. Aristasura was bigger than that. Sometimes we see early in the morning, the clouds sometimes they are covering the top of the skyscrapers. The tops of the skyscraper are almost touching the clouds. Aristasura was very, very tall, bigger than the biggest skyscraper. And the hump that bulls have normally on their back, that hump was so high that it seemed as if the clouds mistook the hump for a mountain peak, and they came and they were hovering around it. Such was the height and the size, sheer gigantic size of Aristasura demon. And his eyes were not just some dull eyes. His eyes were impossible to look at. They were like two suns, brilliant like the sun. Imagine how scary. And his horns were sharp like swords or spears. His mouth was open, and with his sharp tongue, he was licking his lips constantly. Aristasura. And his tail was twirled up in great pride. He was very proud of his powerful tail. With a whip of his tail, he could kill anyone. And Aristasura was not standing there silently. Imagine it is 9:30 at night. Everything is so peaceful and quiet at night. Everyone just wants to go to bed. And there Aristasura is coming and he's making a roaring, loud sound which is striking fear in the hearts of the Brajvasis. And his body looked very, very muscular and very, very powerful, like the side of a mountain. His skin was covered with stool and urine. So Aristasura was like a huge mountain and he was smeared with his own stool and urine. How abominable. And he had that skin fold hanging from his neck, which bulls normally have. And his face was covered with many, many scars. And Vishnu Puran explains, Jiva Goswami points out, that these scars were because Aristasura used to love to break huge, huge trees with his face, without even using his horns. Just with his face, he would knock down trees and even mountains. And from all those small injuries, his face, which was already very ugly, was even uglier because it was covered with all these scars from unnecessary damage to earth and to trees. You see, Vrindavan consciousness means to live in harmony with nature. And Aristasura is doing just the opposite. He's coming and he's destroying everything, destroying trees, destroying lands, trying to kill the bulls and cows. He's just the opposite of what a Brajvasi should be. And yet he's in Vrindavan. Hare Krishna. And then Jiva Goswami points out what was the activity of Aristasura. Aristasura always wandered around in the forests and he killed and attacked the sadhus and sages who were performing their yajna and austerities in the forest. And Aristasura also took great pleasure because he was a bull, so naturally he should be attractive to the cows. But Aristasura took great pleasure in scaring away the cows. He would laugh at the cows and bulls because looking at his sheer size, they would run away. And he would scare them and sometimes he would kill them also. So Go Hatya, killing cows, killing sadhus, all this abominable, despicable activities Aristasura was doing. Therefore, in the first verse itself, he is referred to as Rishabhasur. Rishab means bull and Asur means demon. Although he was Rishab, although he was in the family of a cow, he was in the form of a male cow, a bull, still he was a demon, Asur. Then we go to verse number 5. Verse number 5. Pashavo dudrubur bhita rajan satyajya gokulam Krishna krishneti te sarve govindam sharanam yayuhu. What a beautiful verse. So Shukadeva Goswami explaining, the domestic animals, like the cows, they fled the pasture in fear. O king! And all the inhabitants rushed to Lord Govinda for shelter, crying, Krishna, Krishna. So you see, even Shukadeva Goswami is getting excited. He is addressing Parishit Maharaj not as king, but O king. Even he is feeling the fear that the Brajvasis are feeling. So in response to this verse number 5, Sripad Sanatan Goswami explains that Aristasura came to Vrindavan and he drove the cows away from Vrindavan late in the evening. So what is the normal schedule of the cows? In the morning, the cows go with Krishna, Balram and all the friends into the forest. They graze, they take their bath in Yamuna, they drink the water of Yamuna, they graze even more, and they come back in the evening. And then they are milked. And then they are tied in the cowshed and they take rest for the night. So at night, the cows never go out. But Aristasura was so wicked, he came to Vrindavan and at night, 9:30 at night, he drove away the cows, scaring them, drove them away from Vrindavan. He drove them away from their homes into the forest by scaring them. This is how disturbing Aristasura was. And when this happened, the cows and the Vrajvasis, in great helplessness, they cried out, Krishna, Krishna. You see, it is explained that in the whole world, my dear friends, please listen to this carefully. In the whole world, there are 8.4 million species, right? But there is only one animal which is exclusively 100% dependent on human beings. There is no other animal, no other species which is 100% dependent on human beings for their maintenance and protection and sustenance. There is only one species out of 8.4 million species, and that is cows. Cows cannot live in wildlife. There are wild dogs, there are wild cats, parrots live in the forest, but you will never see a wild cow. There is nothing like a wild cow. The bison, the wild buffaloes, those species are different species. They are not cows. We're talking about cows. Cows are 100% exclusively dependent on human beings for protection and maintenance. Therefore, in Vedic culture, the cows must be protected. And the great tragedy of Kali Yuga is that in Kali Yuga, it is human beings who are killing the cows. Just see. The cows don't depend on the dogs. The cows don't depend on the elephants. The cows don't depend on the monkeys. The cows depend on human beings. It is the only species. For example, there are some bird species called cattle egrets. They eat the worms on the body of cattle. So they depend on the cattle. Monkeys depend on trees. But cows depend only on human beings for everything. Therefore, cows must be protected, and they give so much in abundance to human beings in return, in reciprocation, if they are protected. So it's a very painful tragedy of Kali Yuga that human beings who are the natural caretakers of cows, they are killing the cows. We are naturally Gopal Das, the caretakers of cows. Because Krishna is the original Gopal. He's teaching by example. So it's a great tragedy. So Aristasura wanted to kill the cows. He took them away from their cowshed, from their Goshala in Vrindavan, into the forest late at night, when cows are never supposed to go in the forest at night. Never. So what did the cows do? What did the Brajvasis do when Aristasura attacked in this way? They helplessly took shelter of Krishna by chanting, Krishna, Krishna. You see? And Sanatan Goswami, he points this out. Very, very important point. Sanatan Goswami writes in response to this verse number 5. He says that the cows and the Brajvasis were so filled with fear. You see the word Bhita is used here. Bhita. Bhita means they were very much afraid. They were so much afraid that They could not chant any mantra. They could not explain anything to Krishna. Krishna, see, this demon has come in the form of a bull. They could not say any of these sentences. They were so gripped by acute fear. When there is a sudden calamity, and suddenly we are gripped by a strong fear, we are not able to express ourselves. We are not able to speak sentences. Only few words may come out. And what were those words that came out? Krishna Krishneti te sarve Govindam Sharanam Yayuhu. Only two words came out. While they took shelter of Govinda, only two words came out. What were they? Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna. So therefore, when we are very much in trouble, we should immediately call out the names of Krishna. And our Hare Krishna Mahamantra is nothing but names of Krishna. Hari, Krishna and Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. My dear friends, I have seen so many patients die. Being a geriatrician, hundreds and hundreds of patients over the past 2 decades, they have died in front of me. So many of them. And I always see, either they have died in my presence or I have seen them just few minutes or few hours before death. And at the time of death, I can tell you, my dear friends, it is very difficult to speak coherently. Very difficult to compose prayers or speak full sentences because we are so short of breath. We are in so much anxiety. We are in so much pain. There is air hunger. We're hardly able to breathe. It's a very fearful situation, my dear friends. And at that time, all we can do is chant the names of Krishna, like the Brajvasis did. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Something is happening to us. We're in acute pain, acute distress. Sudden calamity comes. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare. Once Jananivas Prabhu was asked, what if we are not able to think and chant the full Hare Krishna Mahamantra? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare. Then what to do? And Jananivas Prabhu said, just chant Krishna, 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 Krishna. Mahaprabhu chanted that. Krishna, 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 He. Krishna, 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 He. Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rakshamam. Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Pahi Mam. Krishna, 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 He. We should just take shelter of Krishna now, my dear friends. At the end of our life, nothing else we will be able to do. We will not be able to go on parikrama. We will not be able to go to the temple. We will not be able to do deity worship. We will not be able to pick up Bhagavatam. We will not be able to do Vaishnava Seva. Nothing will happen. Now is the time to do all that. But at the same time, we must understand that the underlying principle of all the limbs of bhakti is Krishna Nam. Like we say often, deity worship cannot be done without Krishna Nam. Even to begin deity worship, the achaman that we do, Om Keshavaya Nama, Om Narayana Nama, Om Govindaya Nama, Om Madhavaya Nama, Om Govindaya Nama. It's all names of Krishna. You put on tilak before going to do puja. There are 12 names of Krishna. 13 names, including Om Vasudevaya Namaha. When we do puja, when we do arti, they're all the mantras that we chant. Namo Brahmanya Devaya, Go Brahmana Hitaya, Jagadhitaya, Krishnaya, Govindaya, Namo Namah. Everywhere there is Krishna Nam. So Krishna Nam is an integral part of every limb of bhakti. And at the time of death, Tara Madhya Sarva Shreshta Nama Sankirtan, Nirapradha Nama Laile Pabe Premadhan. All we will be able to do is chant Krishna Nam. So Krishna Nam is the only thing we have, my dear friends. Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Namayeva Kevalam Kalau Nasti Eva Nasti Eva Nasti Eva Gatiranyatha. There is nothing else other than the holy name of Krishna. Therefore, we must cultivate the spirit of complete shelter of Krishna Nam. At least in the morning, 16 attentive rounds. We must sit down in one place without doing anything else, without moving, without walking, without standing, without touching the phone, without touching any book. We should just exclusively chant, absorbing the vibrations of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, listening attentively to the Hare Krishna Mahamantra as we chant with complete absorption. What we do now will come to our rescue at the time of death, my dear friends. The Brajvasis are teaching us. They took shelter of Krishna. They chanted Krishna, Krishna. Then let's see what happens. Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. That is Krishna's promise. Verse 6. Bhagavan api tad viksha gokulam bhaya vidrutam ma bhaisheti girashvasya vrishasuram upavayat. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead Shri Krishna saw the cowherd community distraught and fleeing in fear, he calmed them. He calmed them. That is very important. Krishna has a very, very calming effect. Krishna calmed them, saying, don't be afraid, ma bhaishta. Don't be afraid. Then he called out to the bull demon as follows. See, the bull demon is addressed as demon. Vrishasuram. See this? Asur. Vrishasuram. So what do the acharyas say? Jiva Goswami says that Krishna led Aristasura away from Vrindavan. When Krishna spoke to Aristasura, Krishna walked away from Vrindavan so that Aristasura will follow him away from Vrindavan, because Krishna did not want to create a disturbance in Vrindavan, in the village of Vrindavan. See, Krishna is so sensitive. Now verse number 7. Gopalahi prashubhir manda trasitai kim asattama mai shastari dushtanam twadvidhanam duratmanam. This Krishna is speaking to Aristasura. Krishna said, you fool. Krishna is chastising, calling him Manda. Manda means foolish person. You fool. What do you think you are doing? You wicked rascal. Frightening the cowherd community and their animals when I am here just to punish corrupt miscreants like you. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Krishna is chastising him. He is calling him Gopalai Pashubhir. With my cowherds and their animals, cows, you are scaring them? You Manda, fool. Trasitai, you are giving them tras, you are giving them fear. Kim, for what purpose? You are asattama. So, asat means bad person. Sat means good person. Asat means bad person. And asattama means the topmost among the bad people. The most wicked person. And you are dushtana. You are dusht. You are very, very contaminated, evil. And you are duratmana. You are miscreant. So many adjectives Krishna is. Krishna is angry because he caused the gopis and the cows to have miscarriages. So horrible. So Krishna is really, really angry. So Srila Sanatana Goswami gives a very nice commentary to verse number 7. He tells us a conversation that is happening here between Krishna and Aristasura. It's hidden here in this verse. Sripad Sanatana Goswami says, Krishna calls Aristasura Manda. Oh Manda, oh fool. And he also calls him Duratma, rascal, Dushta, rascal, rascal. So Aristasura asks Krishna, Krishna, why? Why are you calling me fool and rascal? Krishna says, because you are trasitahi, you are giving tras, you are giving trouble to the poor cows and the poor Brajvasis. Then Aristasura smiles at Krishna with a smirk. He says, so what? So what if I trouble them? What will you do? So what? Then Krishna is saying that Shastari, Shasan, I have come to discipline you. I have come to punish you. You are saying, so what? Rascal, I am the punisher of Dushtatmas. I am the punisher of evil people like you. I will punish you. Then Sanatana Goswami says, Aristasura replies to Krishna by saying, oh, why will you punish me? I am a bull. I am a bull. Bull is supposed to represent dharma. I am the husband of the cows. How can you kill me? A bull should not be killed because I belong to the cow family. I should not be killed. Then Krishna replies, Rascal, I have already told you that you are Vrishasur in the previous verse. See? Vrishasuram. You are Vrisha, you are a bull, but you are Asur. Vrishasur. So Krishna is telling, Rascal, I have already told you that you are not a bull. You are a demon in the dress of a bull. You are actually Asur. So this very wonderful, sweet conversation, Sanatana Goswami is explaining to us. Sweet because this is all Krishna's Leela, after all. Verse number 8. It aspho tyachuto rishtam tala shabde nakopayan sakhyur amshe bhuja bhogam prasaryavasthito harihi. Having spoken these words, the infallible Lord Hari, see, Achyuta, infallible. Achyuta, infallible Lord Hari. He slapped his arms with his palms, further angering Aristasura with the loud sound. So Aristasura was making a loud sound, but Krishna made even louder sound just by slapping his arms. Says, come on, I'm going to punish you. Aristasura became really angry. Lord Krishna then casually threw his mighty serpentine arm over the shoulder of a friend and stood facing the demon like this. So Krishna is showing his contempt for the ignorant demon. Our Acharya's comment to verse number 8. Jiva Goswami says, Krishna casually placed his strong serpentine arm on the shoulder of a friend. Jiva Goswami says, which friend is this? It is Shridama, the brother of Srimati Radharani. Krishna put his arm around Shridama, his friend. So all these details he is giving. Then from Harivamsha and Vishnu Puran, Jiva Goswami ji is telling us, Tasmat sthanam nyavachala Krishno girir ivachalaha na chachala tata sthana avadnya smita leelaya. Very beautiful verse. Jiva Goswami is telling us that Tasmat sthanam na vyachalat. That Krishna, when Aristasura attacked Krishna, Krishna did not even move. Krishna just stood where he was standing. He showed no fear, no anxiety, nothing. And Krishna girir ivachala. Krishna was almost like a mountain, immovable. He did not move. Normally when somebody attacks, we get scared, we take a pose, we get ready, we brace ourselves for a fight, or we run away. Nothing. Krishna was nothing. He showed no fear. He was just very casually standing and put a hand on his friend's shoulder as if this is nothing. So if Krishna would have gotten ready and attacked Aristasura, that is also something. At least you are giving some respect to Aristasura as a fighter. You are getting ready and you are taking the fight seriously. But Krishna was just not paying attention. When he was jumping into Yamuna to chastise Kaliya, Krishna at least tightened his dhoti before jumping in. But here Krishna is humiliating Aristasura. That you think you are very powerful, you are so insignificant. I am just standing here with my hand on my Sakha's shoulder. And last line, Na chachala tatha sthanad avadnya smita leelaya. This is all Krishna's leela. And what he is doing? Avadnya. He is insulting Aristasura by just standing there casually. And to top it all, smita. Krishna was smiling. Just see Krishna's sense of humor. He's angering Aristasura like anything by smiling. Even Imagine if we get really angry with somebody and we are attacking with our most powerful weapon, and that person is just smiling and standing completely unmoved. We will feel so insulted. So then Aristasura, let's see what he does. Verse number 9. Sop evam kopito rishtah khurena vanim ullikhan udyat puchha brahman megha kruddah krishnam upadravat. Thus provoked, Aristasura pawed the ground with one of his hooves, and then, with the clouds hovering around his upraised tail, furiously charged at Krishna. So here, verse number 9, Sanatana Goswami says that the word Arishtha in Sanskrit also means inauspicious. And when Krishna provoked him, Aristasura got provoked. Aristasura got provoked. You see, Krishna had not done anything to Aristasura. The Brajvasis had not done anything to Aristasura. There was no need for him to create a disturbance there. But nevertheless, he created. And on top of that, he's getting angry at Krishna. What is Krishna's fault? But Aristasura, Arishtha means inauspicious, and therefore he's behaving like an enemy there. He got provoked. And Srila Prabhupada writes in the purports of Srimad Bhagavatam that a greatness of a devotee has to be estimated by one's ability to tolerate provoking situations. I repeat, the greatness of a devotee has to be estimated by one's ability to tolerate provoking situations. If we want to know how advanced we are, then we have to see how much we are able to tolerate provoking situations. Positive provoking situations and negative provoking situations. Positive provoking situation means when we are praised, when we are given respect, when we are honored. Are we becoming proud? No, we should just tolerate the praises that are coming and just transfer them to Guru and Gauranga. And negative provoking situation means when we are insulted, when we are criticized, when we are dishonored. Are we getting upset? Are we getting angry? Are we expecting respect? Are we getting disturbed? Then we are not advanced. Therefore, Mahaprabhu says, Taroriva Sahishnu. We have to learn tolerance. Tolerating positive provoking situations as well as tolerating negative provoking situations. So here Aristasura is clearly shown as a demon because he got provoked. Then we go to verse number 10. So Aristasura attacked Krishna with full force. Let's see what happens after that. Agranasta Vishanagraha Stabdashrig Lochanochutam Katak Shipya Dravaturnam Indramukto Shaniryatha. Translation: pointing the tips of his horns straight ahead. So his horns are very sharp, like spears. So he pointed them straight towards Krishna and glaring menacingly at Krishna with his sun-like bright eyes. He's looking menacingly with anger at Lord Krishna from the corner of his bloodshot eyes. And his eyes, they became reddish now, bright red. And Aristasura rushed towards Krishna at full speed like a thunderbolt hurled by Indra. Have you seen a thunderbolt, lightning strike? So swift. It can travel miles and strike within a moment. It is so fast. Such a weapon it is. Thousands of volts of electric shock is delivered. Very powerful weapon, thunderbolt. So with that thunderbolt-like speed, Aristasura attacked our beautiful Achyut, who is Padmalochan, who has got beautiful lotus-like eyes. Whereas Aristasura has Ashrik Lochan, bloody eyes, bloodshot eyes. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Mahashaya comments that Aristasura, through his glances, through his eyes, glaring eyes, he is scolding Krishna. He's saying, you are pretending to be God. You are just an ordinary boy. You are behaving like an ordinary cowherd boy. And you claim to be God. He's just chastising Krishna. And Krishna is saying, come, I'll show you. I'll show you who is the boss. Verse number 11. Grihitva shringayostamva ashtadasa padani saha pratyapovaha bhagavan gaja prati gajam yatha. See the beauty. Aristasura is very proud of his strength and he wants to show off his strength. And he's attacking Krishna. When he attacked with his sharp horns, what did Krishna do? The Supreme Lord Shri Krishna seized Aristasura by the horns and threw him back 18 steps. Ashtadasha. 8 plus 10. 18 steps behind. Just as an elephant might do when fighting a rival elephant. Gaja prati gajam yatha. So Aristasura was thinking, I am very strong. I am strong like a bull. I am big like a mountain. And Krishna is just a small little boy. And I can destroy him. But to show him that he is in for a good fight, here Shukdev Goswami is comparing both of them to elephants. Gaja prati gajam. Means elephant versus elephant. And as soon as in front of all the Brajvasis, Aristasura attacked Krishna. Aristasura was proud of his strength and his sharp horns. Krishna held those same horns and just playfully pushed him behind. And he fell down 18 steps behind. That is so embarrassing. You are attacking somebody with great anger and that person just pushes you behind and you fall in front of everybody. Everyone is watching. So it was a great embarrassment for Aristasura. This is what happens. A pride comes before the fall. If you become proud, you will fall down. That's a rule. Sometimes when I used to play with my son Gopal, I remember, we used to play a game of ball. We would take a ball and I used to throw it in the air and then Gopal had to catch. And Gopal would throw it in the air and I had to catch. And whenever I used to tell Gopal, throw higher. Give me a little tough one. Give me a tough ball to catch. But I thought I was very good. And then when he would throw, then I would tell, Gopal, I can take this with one hand. And then I would catch it with one hand. So, and then once Gopal threw it, I said, Gopal, I can catch it with one hand. And left hand. And I tried to catch it with my left hand. I'm right-handed. And sure enough, I dropped it. So I still remember, Gopal spontaneously said, Daddy boasted, Krishna roasted. He was a little boy. He told me, Daddy boasted, Krishna roasted. So it's like that. When we boast, Krishna will humble us. So here Aristasura is humbled. So verse number 12. Sopavidho bhagavata punarutthaya sattvaram apatat svinna sarvango nishwasan krodhamurchitaha. Thus repulsed by the Supreme Lord, the bull demon got up and breathing hard, sweating all over his body, again he charged at Krishna in a mindless rage. Why it is called mindless rage? Because anybody in his right mind will understand this is God. Aristasura was so ugly, full of anger, full of envy, full of pride and arrogance and violence. And here is Shyamsundar Krishna. He's so beautiful, just wants to give pleasure to the Brajvasis, just wants to have nice loving exchanges, Ras Leela with the gopis. But Aristasura wants to create a disturbance. So verse number 12, Jiva Goswami says that svinna means filled with sweat. This word. And Jiva Goswami says in some editions of Srimad Bhagavatam, this svinna is replaced with khinna. Khinna means tired in Sanskrit. So Jiva Goswami says both the words are correct. Svinna means Aristasura's body was tired from fighting with Krishna. It was covered with sweat. And khinna also means he was completely tired and therefore perspiring. The bottom line is Aristasura was very tired and he was struggling to win against Krishna. But nobody can win against Krishna. Tam apatantam sanigrya shringayo pada samakramya nipatya bhutale nishpidayamas yatharthamambaram kritva vishanena jagana sopatat. Verse number 13, Shukdev Goswami is saying, as Aristasura attacked, Lord Shri Krishna seized him by the horns and knocked him to the ground with his foot. So Aristasura again attacked in mindless rage and Krishna again held his horns, those horns of which he was so proud. And then Krishna kicked him on his forelegs in such a way that Aristasura fell on the ground. The Lord then thrashed him as if he were a wet cloth. And finally, he yanked out one of the demon's horns and struck him with it until he lay prostrate. We offer prostrate obeisances like that. So either we voluntarily offer prostrate obeisances, or Krishna's Shakti, Maya Shakti, will make us do it anyway. Because it is our swarup, it is our nature to serve Krishna, to bow down to Krishna. Therefore, Kunti Maharani praying, Namo Pankajanaabhaya, Namo Pankajamaline, Namo Pankajanetraya, Namaste Pankachandraye. Better to offer our Namaste. Namaste Narasimhaya, Prahlada Halada Daine. So here, for this verse number 13, Srimad Sanatana Goswami says, Apatat means to kill. What is that word, apatat? Last word. Sanatana Goswami says in Sanskrit, apatat also means to kill. So this means Aristasura was killed by Krishna. And Sanatana Goswami says, as devotees, we should take great pleasure in Aristasura getting killed. And all the demons getting killed. All this Dushtataman Leela, all these killing of the demons, all these Leelas, when we read, devotees should take great pleasure. This Aristasura demon was creating disturbance in our Vrindavan. Unnecessarily, he was troubling the Brajvasis and the cows. And our Nayak, our hero, Krishna, he has killed Aristasura. Haribo, we should take great pleasure. And Sanatana Goswami says, if we take great pleasure, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, if we take great pleasure in reading and narrating these pastimes of the killing of demons by Krishna, then the demons of anarthas, unwanted qualities which are in our heart, those unwanted qualities will also be destroyed. The anarthas within will also be destroyed. And here you see Krishna caught hold of the horns of Aristasura and started thrashing him like a wet cloth. How you must have seen in India, at least, when you wash clothes in the olden days, the dhobis would take a wet cloth and they would beat the cloth on a rock. All the dirt comes out. It's better than any washing machine. Sanitary cycle or heavy duty cycle of a washing machine, it cannot beat the dhobis beating. Dhobi patka. They beat on a rock. And all the dirt comes out. The clothes become clean. So that is how Krishna was beating Aristasura. Like a wet cloth, he was thrashing him. Why? To purify. Just like a washerman will beat those wet clothes on a rock to clean them. Similarly, Aristasura had a lot of pride, a lot of arrogance. And by thrashing him, Krishna was freeing him, cleansing him. This is like a very violent way of Cheto Darpana Marjanam. Either we sit peacefully and chant Hare Krishna and become purified, or we have to go through this thrashing. Like Aristasura had to go through. Krishna purified him, nevertheless. Jiva Goswami says that Aristasura was very proud of his horns, so Krishna broke his horn. And with that horn, he beat Aristasura repeatedly until Aristasura was dead. So Jiva Goswami says that Aristasura's horns, which he was so proud of, which were very powerful and sharp and pointed, that horn was held by Krishna like a death rod of Yamraj. Yamraj's weapon is a death rod. So Krishna used the horn of Aristasura like a death rod and beat him to death. So therefore, my dear friends, we should not be proud of our abilities, our position, our money, whatever attributes we may have, we should not be proud of them. Otherwise, those very things will land us in trouble. Aristasura attacked Krishna with the horn, and that very horn is now attacking Aristasura. Aristasura is attacking the cows and the bulls with his horns, and that same horn is now attacking Aristasura. So we should not become proud of our abilities. Otherwise, those very abilities will be the cause of our downfall. Duryodhana was very proud of his skill of fighting with the gada, with the club. And that itself became the cause of his death. Karna was very powerful of his archery, but that itself became the cause of his death. So therefore, we should not be proud. That is the lesson. We go to verse number 14. See, we are reading all these verses of Srimad Bhagavatam because our scriptures explain, Padma Purana explains, Chaitanya Charitamrita explains that Srimad Bhagavatam is very, very pure, very, very powerful. It is not different from Krishna. And just reading one verse of Srimad Bhagavatam can give us the highest benediction of Krishna Prem if we are sincere. Therefore, we are reading. Ashrig vanam mutra sakrid asutsrijan Shipam shapadan anavas tikekshanaha jagama krichram niriter athakshayam pushpai kiranto harimidire surah. Very beautiful verse. Vomiting blood, ashrik vanam, vomiting blood, mutra and urine, and shakrit, stool or feces. So as Krishna was thrashing him up and down, up and down, up and down like a wet piece of cloth, Aristasura, I was almost about to say poor Aristasura. Poor Aristasura, he was vomiting blood. He was passing stool and urine, because when we are completely thrashed, then all our sphincters in the body, muscles, they just give way, they just relax. Normally we are able to hold our urine and stool with the help of our muscles called sphincters. But when the body just gives up, the sphincters also relax and stool and urine comes out at the time of death. So he was passing stool and urine. His eyes were rolling because he was completely dizzy. And he was trying to escape. So he was kicking his legs. Because remember, Krishna was holding him by his horns and thrashing him like this, like this, like this. So he was trying to kick his legs, trying to get away. But Mare Krishna Rakhe Ke, Rakhe Krishna Mare Ke. Krishna wanted to protect his devotees, Brajvasis, and Krishna wanted to kill Aristasura. Who can prevent that? And therefore, here it is clearly mentioned, my dear friends, Krichram, pain. Krichram. Aristasura had a very painful death. He painfully went to the abode of death. Niritte means abode of Yamraj, abode of death. He went to the abode of death, Yamraj. And the demigods, the devatas, they came. The Sura means Devata, Suragana. They did pushpa, flowers. They've showered flowers on Hari, Lord Hari, Krishna. So vomiting blood and profusely excreting stool and urine, kicking his legs and rolling his eyes about, Aristasura thus went painfully to the abode of death. The demigods honored Lord Krishna by scattering flowers upon him. So in this verse, number 14, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur makes the point that Aristasura had a lot of pain. Krichram, he suffered a lot. So we see Krishna kills all these demons and they get liberation. They go back home, or they get Brahmajyoti liberation. Putana went back to Godhead. She went to Vaikuntha, Golok Vrindavan. Many other demons, they get liberation. Like Kamsa got liberation. But we should not think that, oh, how come they got liberation? They have performed so many sinful activities. Did they not get any punishment? Yes, they got punishment. Here it is clearly mentioned. When Krishna wants, he can compress lifetimes after lifetimes of suffering in those few moments. When Krishna was sucking on the breast of Putana, how much pain she got. Munja, Munja, go get away, get away. She was yelling and screaming at the top of her lungs. How much pain she must have experienced. Similarly, Aristasura, how much pain he experienced. You see, Trinavarta was somehow trying to get away from Krishna. His neck was being squeezed by Krishna. How much pain he experienced. So this type of liberation you get, but you have to go through purification. You have to go through pain. It's not fun. Don't think it is just liberation. Oh, better I become a demon because then Krishna will kill me and I'll get liberated. No, but how much pain? Duryodhan, all night he was squirming and moaning and groaning in pain, lying alone on the battlefield with both his hips broken, and died a painful, lonely death. There is a lot of pain. If you perform sinful activities, there will be a lot of pain. Shripad Sanatana Goswami says that Shukdev Goswami is saying here that Aristasura went to the abode of death. Now, please pay attention, my dear friends. We have come to the second last verse of our discussion. So just look at this. Look at this beautiful thing here. Shukdev Goswami is saying that Aristasura went Nritte. He went to the abode of death. He went to the abode of Yamraj. Abode of death. Aristasura did. But then Shripad Sanatan Goswami very beautifully points out, he says, go to Srimad Bhagavatam 2.7.34. So he says, go to Srimad Bhagavatam 2.7.34 and 35. So here it is very clearly mentioned Aristasura's name. You see this? Arishta. Here Srimad Bhagavatam is mentioning that Aristasura, they all went back to Godhead. See, let's read this. All demoniac personalities like Pralambasur, Dhenukasur, Bakasur, Keshi, Aristasur, Chanor, Mushtik, Kuvalaya, Pid Elephant, Kamsa, Yavana, Narakasur, Paundraka, great marshals like Shalva, Dvivida Monkey, Balvala, Dantavakra, the seven bulls, Shambara, Viduratha, Rukmi, as also great warriors like Kamboj, Matsya, Kuru, Srinjaya, and Kekaya would all fight vigorously, either with the Lord Hari directly or with him under his names of Balram, Baldev, Arjun, Bhim, etc. And the demons thus being killed would attain either the impersonal Brahmajyoti or his personal abode in Vaikuntha planets. Hare Krishna. So in Srimad Bhagavatam it is clearly mentioned all these demons, they either got liberation or they went to Vaikuntha, including Aristasura. So Sanatana Goswami is saying, then why in this verse number 14 is Shripad, our Srila Shukdev Goswami, why is he saying that Aristasura went to the abode of death, when in fact he attained deathlessness, he attained liberation? So Sanatana Goswami answers the question that it is because Shukdev Goswami is also experiencing great anger towards Aristasura. Therefore, out of anger for Aristasura, Shukdev Goswami is saying he went to the abode of death. You see? So even Shukdev Goswami is experiencing all these emotions. What a rascal. He came to Vrindavan, created so much disturbance, so many miscarriages in the cows and the pregnant gopis. Horrible, horrible. Let him go to the abode of death. So devotees also have these emotions. This is very good. It's very interesting, no? In Bhagavatam only it is mentioned that he went to got liberation, and then out of emotions, Shukdev Goswami, that same Shukdev Goswami later on in 10th canto is saying went to the abode of death. That's out of anger, transcendental anger. Which means devotees are not just some dead piece of wood. You must experience emotions when we read Harikatha. Verse number 15, the last verse for today. Evam kukud minam hatva stuyamanaha dvijatibihi vishesha goshtam sabalo gopinam nayanotsavaha. Translation. Having thus killed the bull demon Arishta, he who is a festival for the gopis' eyes entered the cowherd village with Balaram. So just see, I will read this purport. Prabhupada's disciples have written such a beautiful purport. Our Hridayananda Goswami Maharaj, Dravida Prabhu, and Gopi Pranadhan Prabhu, they have written such a beautiful purport here. Srila Prabhupada will be proud of them. Let us read this purport. This verse exemplifies the sublime contrast of spiritual qualities within Shri Krishna. In one 4-line verse, we simultaneously learn that Lord Krishna killed a powerful and wicked demon, and that his boyish, youthful beauty gave festive pleasure to the young girlfriends. Lord Krishna is as hard as a thunderbolt and as soft as a rose. Vajradapi kathoram and Kamaladapi Komalam. Depending on our attitude. So this is very important. Just see now. Lord Krishna is as hard as a thunderbolt and as soft as a rose, depending on our attitude toward him. The demon Arishta wanted to kill Krishna and all his friends. So the Lord beat him into a wet rag and killed him. The gopis, however, loved Krishna, and thus the Lord boyishly reciprocated their conjugal feelings. How sweet, how sweet, how sweet. Very beautiful. So this is our Krishna. Harder than a thunderbolt, softer than a rose. Sripad Sanatana Goswami writes in his commentary to verse number 15 that Balaram was with, you see, with Balaram. Sabala, along with Balaram. Balaram was with Krishna throughout this fight with Aristasura because Balaramji also wanted to watch the fun of Aristasura getting killed. And just see here, the word used is there is a word here which Sanatana Goswami Swajati bhi. I saw the word Swajati bhi, why it is not here? Maybe let's look at the previous verse. Maybe in the previous verse. No. So maybe there are two different renderings of maybe next verse. Let me see. Not here also. Okay. So anyway, so here Swajati bhi word is used when Krishna and Balram entered the village. And Sripad Sanatana Goswami says that Swajati bhi word is used to show intimacy with the Gopa friends. Swajati, Krishna's own jati, Krishna's own clan. So there was a lot of intimacy between Krishna and his friends. And Jiva Goswami says that later Krishna went to enjoy Ras Lila with the gopis. Later that night, after killing Aristasura, Krishna went to enjoy Ras Lila with the gopis in the forest. So here, Aristasura represents, according to Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, in Chaitanya, in Shikshamrit, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he says that this demon Aristasura, what does he represent? He represents false dharma. False dharma. So what is real dharma? Savai pumsa paro dharmo yatho bhaktir adhokshaje. Real dharma is to practice Krishna bhakti. Adhokshaja is the name of Krishna. To practice Krishna bhakti. Devotional service to Krishna is the real dharma. But Aristasura represents false dharma. Because see, dharma is represented by the bull. Isn't it? Because the bull is used traditionally in India in agriculture to plow, to till the land, to plow the land. Karshana. That plowing is done by the bull and milk is given by the cow. So because the land is plowed by the bull and plowing is what makes the soil fertile. So you can plant the seeds. That is done by the bull. So similarly, dharma is like a bull because dharma, practice of dharma makes our heart fertile where the Bhakti Lata Bij, the seed of devotional service can be planted. But Aristasura was not a dharmic bull. He was not a bull who represents dharma. In fact, he was an asur in the garb of a bull. Therefore, Aristasura, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains, represents false dharma. False dharma. So we may appear as very pious people, but if our activities are impious, then we are representing false dharma. I'll give you an example. 2 years ago, in India, there was a Kartik Yatra where hundreds of devotees were going to travel from Bombay to Delhi. And from Delhi, they were going to take a taxi to go to Vrindavan, where the Yatra was to begin. We're talking about few thousand devotees, not hundreds, few thousand devotees traveling from Bombay. And train travel is little long and tiring. So devotees prefer a flight from Bombay to Delhi because you reach in 2 hours. So this devotee, he said, I have got a travel company and I am a devotee, I am initiated. He was initiated. And he said, just give me the money and I will do all your bookings. And he took hundreds of thousands of rupees from the devotees. And he gave them false email tickets. He composed those emails and gave them false tickets. And devotees are thinking, okay, yes, my ticket is booked by this devotee and I'm going to go for Kartik Yatra. They were all excited. And then when the time came for the Yatra, they came to know that this is a false ticket. And then they started calling up this devotee. And he just cancelled that phone number and disappeared with all the money. Now here is an initiated disciple, initiated devotee. He's presenting himself as a very personification of dharma, as a very nice Vaishnava, and trying to do Vaishnava seva by helping devotees book their flight tickets. And many old Varishtha Vaishnavas, senior devotees had booked with him because they are not very technology savvy. So they didn't know how to go online and make bookings online. They said, oh, here is a devotee, he has got a travel company, he's giving a good deal. So they've just booked with him, poor old people. And they could not attend the yatra because it was all false ticket, fake ticket. This is an example of false dharma. As devotees, we should be very careful. We should never cheat. We should never cheat others. We should be always aware who and what we are representing. We are representing a very high standard as Gaudiya Vaishnavas, and we should try our best to live by it. So we should be very careful. Even otherwise, when we collect funds for some project, we have to be very careful that the money is properly used for what it is supposed to be used. We should never use our spiritual position for personal sense gratification. Never. So all these things we have to be very careful. If we are not careful, then we will be infected by the demon of Aristasura. False religion. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says Aristasura is not just false religion, but Aristasura represents pride in practicing false religion. What does that mean? Because sometimes we are not practicing dharma, we are practicing adharma. And the biggest tragedy is we are proud of it. We are proud of it. I once was talking to a devotee and he was very proudly telling me that, oh, this devotee had a disagreement with me and I exposed him in front of this, and he had to leave the position that he was holding. Very proudly he was telling me. And that devotee also, because of me, he had to leave his service and go away. I am so influential. So this tendency of pulling devotees down is Vaishnava Prana. It is adharma. And to be proud of it, that you are bragging about it, is a great tragedy, my dear friends. So we may think, oh, I am not like that. Come on, Prabhu. I don't belong to that category. But we have to analyze our hearts. Sometimes in small ways, sometimes in subtle ways, this tendency is there of practicing false dharma and yet being proud of it. It may be something like, you may say, oh, I have this decaf tea or decaf coffee because it has got very little caffeine. And when somebody says, no, don't do that, it's not the ideal standard. And we say, oh no, what are you saying? Unnecessarily you're finding faults with me. It's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong in it. So to be proud of practicing false dharma is a very dangerous tendency of Aristasura. And if we have that, we will be severely displeasing Krishna. Just see, Krishna was so displeased with Aristasura. He was calling him Manda, he was calling him Duratma, so many names. So we should never displease Krishna like this. Our aim is to please Krishna. Samsiddhir Hari Toshanam. So we have to be very careful of this Aristasura mentality. And then we will conclude our discussion in 5 minutes by discussing how Radha Kund came to be. So here Krishna, who is Gopinam Nayana Utsava, he is the festival for the eyes of the gopis. This Krishna, later that night, after all the Brajvasis went to sleep, just the gopis and Krishna, they met in the forest of Vrindavan, near Govardhan. We are going to have the Ras Leela. And Krishna, please, my dear friends, this is not some interaction of a lusty boy and lusty girl. This is purely on a spiritual plane. This is spiritual love. There is no sense gratification here. These are exchanges of devotional love between the devotees, who are the gopis, and Krishna, who is a supreme enjoyer, who is the recipient of all love. So they were very eager to have their Rasa Leela, and Krishna was very eager to embrace Srimati Radharani. When Krishna went to embrace Srimati Radharani, to increase Krishna's love and to increase the sweetness and beauty of the pastime, Srimati Radharani pretended to be angry with Krishna. And she said, "Oh Sham Sundar, today I will not embrace you." Krishna became very disturbed. Krishna is very attached to his devotees, my dear friends. Sometimes when Krishna's friends tell him, "Krishna, don't cheat. You lost. Admit it." And Krishna says, "No, I did not lose. You are cheating." Then all the Gopa friends, they come together and they say, "Okay, Krishna, you are cheating. From tomorrow, we will not play with you." And Krishna becomes very disturbed. Sometimes he even cries because Krishna cannot live without playing with his friends. He loves his friends. If that is the attachment Krishna has for his sakhas, what to speak of Srimati Radharani, who is the topmost devotee in Golok Vrindavan. When Radharani said, "I will not embrace you tonight," Krishna said, "Why? What happened? What have I done?" Srimati Radharani said, "What have you done? You have done Gohatya. You have killed a bull. A bull is the personification of dharma. The bull is the husband of the cow, who is our mother. That means you have killed father. You have killed the male cow. This is not good. You have been contaminated now by sin." Lord Krishna tells Srimati Radharani, "Hey Radhe, please listen to me. This Aristasura was no bull. He was in the form of a bull, but actually he was a demon. Did you not see how much destruction and chaos he created? And he wanted to kill all the cows. He wanted to kill all the Brajvasis. So there is no sin in killing a demon, even though the demon may be in the garb of a bull." So then Srimati Radharani, she said something very intelligent. Please pay attention, my dear friends. Krishna said, "There is nothing wrong in killing." I'm so happy I can see all of you now. Hare Krishna. So Krishna said, "There is nothing wrong in killing these demons, even though they may appear in the garb of a bull or a cow. Nothing wrong." Srimati Radharani says, she gives a Bhagavatam class to Krishna. Srimati Radharani says, "Don't you know the story of Vritrasur? Indra killed Vritrasur. Vritrasur was a demon, but Indra did tapasya to purify himself of the sin of killing a Brahman, because Vritrasur was the son of a Brahman. So Vritrasur was a Brahman, although he was a demon. And when Indra killed him, Indra had to go to the Himalayas, and for so many years he had to sit and he had to do tapasya. And still he got infected with so many sins. So similarly, although Aristasura was a demon, my dear Krishna, you are still infected with sinful activities. So please don't touch me, because I am Vrishabhanu Nandini. I am very pure. Don't touch me. You have become very contaminated. So now Krishna is defeated by the Bhagavatam class of Srimati Radharani. Krishna cannot say anything because that example is very apt. Vritrasura and Indra. Indra did become contaminated by sins. So then Krishna says, "All right, Radharani, you win. Now tell me what atonement I need to do to purify myself of this sin." Srimati Radharani says, "Purify you of the sin of killing a bull? Ho, 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 ho. Your sin will not be washed away unless and until you go to each and every tirtha in this Brahmanda, not earth, in this Brahmanda. Each and every tirtha you go and you take a bath in the holy river or holy ocean or the holy kund there. You take a bath. And then you come, then you will be purified. So Radharani is doing so much man. So Krishna also is no less. He says, all right, I will do as you say. Because when Radharani says you have to take a bath in all the holy places of the Brahmanda, all the gopis, Lalita, Vishakha, Tunga Vidya, all the Sakhis, they say, yes, 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 Radharani is right. Very good, very good. Krishna, go, take a bath in all the holy places. They all agree with Radharani. So now Krishna is all alone, surrounded by all these gopis. He doesn't even have his friends now with him to support him. So Krishna says, all right, I will take a bath. But why should I go to all the holy places in the Brahmanda? I am so powerful. Vrishabhanu Nandini, I am Nandanandan Krishna. I am so powerful. I am the son of the king of Vrindavan. I will not go anywhere. I will call all the holy places here to Vrindavan right now. And Krishna, with his heel, he hits the ground of Vraj. And immediately a kund is created there. And then Krishna says, all the holy places, come on, come here at once. And Prayagraj comes, Ganga Devi comes, Yamuna comes, Godavari comes, Saraswati comes, the salt ocean comes, the milk ocean comes, Manasi Ganga comes, Akash Ganga comes, all these rivers, Reva comes, Sindhu, Kaveri, all these holy rivers, they manifest. And they offer their obeisances to Krishna, Kritanjali, and they enter the kund. And within no time, Shyamakund, Krishna's kund, is filled with nectarian water. All the holy waters have manifested there. And right in front of all the gopis, Krishna very proudly enters his newly formed kund and takes the first inaugural bath in Shyamakund. And then he comes out, flips his upper cloth, looks at Radharani and says, now I am pure. Radharani says, yes, now you are pure. Now you can embrace me. But Krishna says, no, I will not embrace you because I am a very pious person. I have just created a kund with all the holy waters. So all the pilgrims, all the Brajvasis, they can come and take a bath here in my kund and become purified. And when they become purified, I will get the pious credits because I created this kund. So I am such a pious man. I have created a kund for people to come and take holy bath. But you gopis, what have you done? You have not done any such pious activity. Have you dug a well? Have you built a dam? Have you created a kund? Nothing you have done. You are useless. I will not embrace you. So Radharani says, okay. Radharani also plays along with Krishna. He says, okay, you have a point. So what should I do now? So Krishna says, well, you also create a kund of your own, like I have. So Radharani says, you know what, Krishna? I will make a kund right now, right here, and it will be better than your kund. And then Radharani says, my kund is already ready. Krishna says, what? Your kund is already ready? Radharani says, yes, see, here that Vrishabhasur, that Aristasura, had angrily hit his hoof in the ground, and there's a big pit created. So this is my kund. Krishna says, "Arey, but there is no water. It's just a depression in the earth. Where is the water?" Radharani says, I will bring water. Krishna says, no, don't bring water. I have got so much water in my kund, in Shyamkund. I will tell this water to flow over and enter your kund. You don't have to bring water. Radharani says, no. That water in your kund is dirty. It is contaminated. Don't you see? It is filled with the contamination of your gohatya, your sin of killing a bull. I will not let that dirty water come into my very clean kund. So she says, look, Krishna, I have got unlimited sakhis. Radharani has millions and millions of sakhis. She says, we will make a human chain from here, from Radhakund to Manasi Ganga. Manasi Ganga is also near Govardhan only. And with earthen pots, millions of pots, we will in no time fill this Radhakund with the water of Manasi Ganga, which is very pure. It's a river that comes from Govardhan. And we will take a bath in our kund. We don't want your water. So all the Sakhis say, yes, Radharani, yes. In no time, we will bring water from Manasi Ganga. And Krishna is thinking, Arey Baba, I want to have Ras Leela. And you are going to whole night, you will be just bringing water and filling water. Don't waste time. He says, he tells all the holy waters, come on, go and pray to Radharani. So all the holy tirthas which are present in Shyamkund, they all come together and they decide that Ganga Devi will be the representative. And Ganga Devi comes to Radharani as a representative of all the holy tirthas. And with folded hands, she prays to Radharani. Oh Radharani, you are the supreme goddess. Nobody is dear to Krishna like you. In fact, Krishna worships your lotus feet. With his own hands, Krishna takes your lotus feet and places them on his chest. And then Krishna takes red powder and applies that red powder on the soles of your lotus feet, Radharani. And then on the sole of your lotus feet, on which he has applied that red color, Krishna writes Sham with his own hand. On your lotus feet, Radharani, you are so great, you are so glorious. Please fulfill one desire that we have. Radharani is very pleased with these prayers. So she says, what do you want? So then all those personified tirthas, their representative, she speaks to Radharani. She said, please give us an opportunity to serve you by becoming the water in your kund. Please. This is the only benediction we ask. If you grant us this benediction, then we will consider our lives to be successful. Please don't deny. And Radharani is very pleased. She said, all right, so be it. Please enter. And then all the holy water from Shamkund, it floods over the Sangam, and it comes into Radhakund. And Radhakund is filled. And then Radharani and all the Sakhis, they take a bath in Radhakund. And then Krishna says, anyone who takes bath in Radhakund, I declare it, that personality will become as dear to me as Radharani. And that person will get the same mood of love as Srimati Radharani has for me. And then Radharani says, anyone who takes a bath in Shamkund will become very, very dear to me. And I make this promise that even if my Krishna kills thousands of bulls, or even if he kills cows, every day I will take bath in Krishna's kund, in Shamkund. Saying this, Radharani goes to Shamkund and she takes a bath there. And then they have the Rasa Leela. And every day after that, every day at Shamkund and Radhakund, Radha, Krishna and all the gopis, they have wonderful time. They have wonderful pastimes which are mentioned in Govinda Leelamrit and Krishna Bhavanamrit of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So in this way, the very, very holy place, the holiest of all holy places, Radhakund and Shamkund, they manifested. Today is the appearance of Radhakund. There are so many pastimes that took place at Radhakund. Raghunath Das Goswami's pastimes, Kaviraj Goswami's pastimes, Jahanava Devi's pastimes. So many pastimes come to mind. Of course, we have run out of time. But very, very auspicious day. So at least in our mind, let us think of Radhakund. We can take permission from our Guru Maharaj and take a mental bath at Radhakund today. And we can chant Radha Kundashtakam. Would you all like to chant Radha Kundashtakam very quickly? It takes
Yes,
only
Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu, please.
Yes,
Prabhu. I was thinking of requesting, but
so all of you have heard Amarendra Prabhu chant that verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. Jayati Jana Nivaso.
Yes.
So that same melody we can sing Radha Kundashtakam. Okay, same meter as Jayati Jana Nivaso. So now let me see if I can share the screen again. Okay, so now I will go to KK songs. So Radha Kundashtakam is written by Raghunath Das Goswami. Raghunath Das Goswami wrote this. And before we read, I would like all of you to know the Falashruti. The result of chanting Radha Kundashtakam. Raghunath Das Goswami himself gives. To one who is completely dedicated to Queen Radha's service and who happily reads these 8 beautiful verses describing her lake, even in this present body, Lord Krishna shows his beloved as he happily embraces her. Which means, if taking shelter of Guru Maharaj, who is Radha Priya Sakhi, and taking shelter of Srimati Radharani, if in a happy mood today, we recite these 8 verses of Radha Kundashtakam, we may know the meaning, we may not know the meaning. We can always read the meaning. But anybody who simply reads these 8 verses describing Radha Kund, we will see Radha and Krishna embracing each other in this present body. in this lifetime. This is such a exalted benediction. We will get Krishna Prem, because we cannot see Radha and Krishna unless we have Krishna Prem for them. So very quickly I will read the meaning also, so we know. May the very fragrant Radha Kund, which prodded by the gopis many joking words after Vrishabhasur's death, the king of Vrindavan forest happily built and filled with his own hand, be my shelter. May very dear and fragrant Radha Kund, which for one who bathes in it immediately creates the land of the heart, in the land of the heart, a desire tree of pure love, rare even among the gopi beloveds of Lord Krishna in Vraja, be my shelter. May very dear and fragrant Radha Kund, while yearning to attain the merciful sidelong glance of his queen, Lord Krishna diligently follows her bathing attendants, be my shelter. May the very fragrant Radha Kund, which is named after a girl who is a realm of love, for he who is the moon of Vraja, a girl who is like the most precious jewel in the crown of the sweet girls of Vraja, be my shelter. How Raghunath Das Goswami is glorifying Radharani. The mercy obtained by serving Radha Kund makes the celestial wine of pure love for the prince of Vraja, which is Krishna, which is famous for bearing flowers of service to my queen Radharani, sprout. May that very fragrant Radha Kund be my shelter. May very fragrant Radha Kund, on the shores of which are many splendid and charming forest groves, filled with the sweet sounds of bumblebees, and each named after one of Sri Radha's friends, be my shelter. So you see, when we go to Radha Kund, we don't see all this. We don't see bumblebees, we don't see charming forest, we just see buildings. We don't see splendid groves. Why? Because all this is there, but we need pure love to be able to see it. So Vrindavan is covered by a very thin layer of illusory energy of Krishna. Naham prakasho sarvasya yoga maya samavrita. Krishna's Maya Shakti is covering the dham. And because we are in material consciousness, we only see material things. But those pure devotees who are in a spiritual consciousness, who are pure devotees, they can see all this at Radha Kund even today. All this is there, but it's just covered. We cannot see it. It is happening in the Aprakat Leela. We cannot see it. May very fragrant Radha Kund, on the shore of which, in a pleasant courtyard, Queen Radha and her friends sweetly joke with Krishna, who is the moon of Vraja, be my shelter. May very fragrant Radha Kund, where the passionate divine couple daily plays with their passionate friends in the charming lotus scented water, be my shelter. So let us take shelter of Sri Radha Kund. So now, let me do like this. Okay. Shri Radha Kundashtakam ki jai. Srila Raghunath Das Goswami ki jai. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Gurudev ki jai. Taking the blessings of Hari, Guru and Vaishnavas, let us chant Shri Radha Kundashtakam. So I will say one line and then all of you can say that same line. Vrishabadanu janashan narmadharmokti rangair.
Vrishabadanu janasam narmadharmokti rangair.
Nikhila nija sakhi bhir yat swahastena purnam.
Nikhila nija sakhi yasvahastena purnam.
Prakatitam api vrindaranya rajna pramodes.
Prakatitam
Tadapi surabhiradha kundameva shrayo me.
Tadapi surabhiradha kundameva.
Very good, very good. Vraja bhuvi mura shatro preyasinam nikamair.
Vrajabhumi murasatro premasinam nikate.
Asulabham api turnam prema kalpa drumam tam.
Asulabham yudmam prema tam.
Janayati ridi bhumau snaturuchair priyam yat.
Janayati dabhutam snanaruttam apriyam yata.
Tadapi surabhiradha kundameva shrayo me.
तदपि सुरभिराधा कुण्डमये वशो।
वेरी गुड। अघरिपुरपि यत्नादत्र देव्या प्रसाद अत्र देव्या प्रसाद प्रसरकृत कटाक्ष प्राप्ति काम प्रकामम् अनुसरति यद उच्चैः स्नान सेवानुबन्धैः अनुसरति यद उच्चैः स्नान सेवानुबन्धैः तदति सुरभिराधा कुण्डमेवाश्रयो मे व्रज भुवन सुधांशो प्रेम भूमिर्निकामम् प्रेम भूमिर्निकामम् व्रज मधुर किशोरी मौलिरत्न प्रियेव परिचितमपि नाम्ना याचते नैव तस्यास् तदति सुरभिराधा कुण्डमेवाश्रयो मे वेरी गुड। अपि जन इह कश्चेद् यस्य सेवा प्रसादैः प्रणय सुरलता स्यात् तस्य गोष्ठेन्द्र सूनुः सपदि किल मद ईशा दास्य पुष्प प्रशस्या सपदि किल मद ईशा दास्य पुष्प प्रशस्या तदति सुरभिराधा कुण्डमेवाश्रयो मे तटमधुर निकुंज क्लिप्त नामान उच्चैः निज परिजन वर्गैः संविभाजाश्रितस्तैः मधुकर रुत रम्या यस्य राजन्ति काम्यास् तदति सुरभिराधा कुण्डमेवाश्रयो मे वेरी गुड वेरी गुड। तटभुवि वरवेद्यां यस्य नरमाति हृदयाम् मधुर मधुर वार्तां गोष्ठचन्द्रस्य भङ्ग्या प्रतयति मिथ ईशा प्राणसख्यालिभिसा तदति सुरभिराधा कुण्डमेवाश्रयो मे वेरी गुड। अनुदिनम् अतिरङ्गैः प्रेम मत्तालि संगैर् वरसरसि जगन्धैर्हारिवारि प्रपूर्णे विहरत इह यस्मिन् दम्पति तौ प्रमत्तौ तदति सुरभिराधा कुण्डमेवाश्रयो मे अविकलमति देव्याश्चारुकुण्डाष्टकं यः परिपठति तदीयो लासिदास्यार्पितात्मा Achiramiha sharire darshayate vatasmai. Achiramiha sharire darshayate vatasmai. Madhuripurati modai shlishyamanam priyamtam.
Madhuripuram Madhimode Shishyamanaam Priyam Tama.
Tadati surabhiradha kundamevashrayo me.
Tadati surabhiradha kundamevashrayo me.
Radha Kund ki.
Jai. So beautiful.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. So we'll stop here. Any comments or corrections or questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Please accept. Again, thank you so much for this wonderful, wonderful class and narration. I have a few questions. The first one is, Prabhuji, we know that the Brajavasis, they are in, they are not in, they don't hold Krishna in the Ishwarya Bhav, they hold Krishna in Vatsala Madhurya Bhav. So we hear that most of the time, the Brajavasis, they didn't even consider Krishna as God. Now, sometimes, the demigods, the Brajavasis, maybe Nanda, your son may be a demigod, but yet in the story we see that when time of calamities come, they take shelter of Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. So at that time, do they get this feeling that he's the Supreme Lord? Because, they, at one way, they don't consider Krishna as God, but yet, when calamities come, they always go to Krishna.
No, so see, it is like this. May this never happen, but let's say something happens and you just need some help. You're feeling very thirsty and you just need some help. And maybe you are having a back spasm and you're having back pain and you're not able to get up and you really need water. And you'll say, Nimai Nitai, get me water quickly. So you're taking shelter of your own sons. That doesn't mean that you consider your sons to be God. But out of such affinity, such affection you have, that you cannot think of anybody else. Please, please help me, bring me some water. My back is hurting. Massage my back, please. Put some tiger balm. Like that you will say. So the Brajvasis also, they call out to Krishna, not because Krishna is God, but because they know that Krishna will always protect them. They know that Krishna is always there for them. And they have Krishna inside them. The Brajvasis have Krishna inside them. So whenever they are in trouble, Krishna, 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 Krishna comes out. So if there's an orange and you squeeze an orange juice will come out. Mango juice will not come out. Right? Because inside the orange, there is orange juice. So similarly, inside a Brajvasi, there is Krishna. So whenever Brajvasis are squeezed by Aristasura, they are squeezed by Indra's attack, they are squeezed by Trinavarta, they are squeezed by Aghasur, Krishna, 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 Krishna comes out. Because inside them, they have only Krishna. So naturally, it's natural for them. It's spontaneous.
Because they're always absorbed in Krishna. So that's the only thing which comes out of them.
Yes. It's like that.
Then while you were saying this pastime, because this is Damodar Leela going on right now, the thought just came to mind that here, Krishna is not afraid of that big, huge demon running towards him, and yet he's afraid of the small little stick of Yashoda.
Yes, exactly.
And when Krishna was fighting with these demons, these demons were huge and big and all that. So we know, like, especially Arista demon, when Putna came, little tiny Krishna squeezed, So same thing with Tanavati, we went up there. Arista was a huge demon. So when Krishna was fighting with this demon, did he at that time manifest like this superhuman form or just with his tiny?
He was just tiny. And he was still whirling him around, throwing him, he was thrashing him. So that is Krishna's Achintya Shakti. Krishna was like a tiny boy and Aristasura was like a big mountain. But still Krishna managed to throw him, kick him, thrash him. This is Krishna's amazing power. The only instance in Vrindavan when Krishna expanded and became big was during the killing of Aghasur. When Krishna broke through his neck and came out. That is the only instance, Aghasur, when Krishna became big. All the other demons, including Aristasura, Krishna killed same size, small size.
And the last thing is, you said we should immerse ourselves in this katha, I mean, experiencing. Well, I'm way, way far away from that. But, usually when you say katha, you're always immersed in it. So I seek your blessings and prayers that one day I can develop such a mood.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I don't have, I'm a very conditioned soul and I'm not advanced, but I pray Prabhu, I pray for you, to Srila Prabhupada and to Shri Radha Madan Mohan, to bless you, bless your family and all the devotees who are watching, especially devotees from Fort Lauderdale, that may Krishna shower his unlimited blessings on all of you so that you make spiritual advancement by leaps and bounds.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for blessing us. Dandvat Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
Couldn't be a better day than getting your blessings
Yeah.
on this. Such a
Not blessings, Prabhu. I'm praying.
Yeah, Prabhuji, the lessons according to Bhakti Vinod Thakur and the examples you gave perfectly fits. Like, I wish I can always remember those examples that you gave, like, taking a decaf and somebody tells us to not take it, then we proudly, like, one can proud. So that tendency is because I'm not pure. All these tendencies are there, like Arishta mentality is there. So I really wish that, I know I have asked these kind of questions many, many times. So today is the Radha Kund appearance day and the killing of Aristasura also happens. So please, Prabhu, give one advice to me so that I can rise above such kind of tendency.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Kasturi Manjar Mataji, for a very sincere inquiry. The solution is to always be in the association of devotees who are sincere, devotees who are advanced, more advanced than us, and to constantly keep hearing Krishna Katha. So when we hear, we are immediately reminded, we feel inspired, we feel enlivened. So therefore, we should do it every day. Every day we should hear Krishna Katha from sincere devotees. Therefore, it is said, Nityam Bhagavata Seva. Every day we should hear. So if we keep hearing it every day, then it becomes part of us. Then Bhagavatam starts flowing in our blood. Every day if we are hearing. So therefore we should hear Krishna Katha, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Katha, Prabhupada Lilamrit regularly. Then we will always be on the spiritual plane. Once I asked Mukunda Prabhu, you know Mukunda Prabhu, no? Head Pujari of ISKCON Vrindavan.
Yes.
Shri Krishna Balram temple.
Yes, Prabhuji.
He has done two things for me which have really saved my life spiritually. And I will share both of them. Initially, my chanting was very irregular. I would chant few rounds in the morning, few rounds in the car, and few rounds in the evening. Just 16 rounds I'm talking about. And like 4 rounds I would chant in the morning before going to the hospital, 4 or 5 rounds while going to the hospital, 4 or 5 rounds coming back, and then 4 or 5 rounds at night. After everything is done, just before going to bed, I would chant. And I was like that, and I was not happy. I was not feeling good. My spiritual life was not steady. It was unsteady. Some visiting devotee comes and we attend katha. I used to go like this, up, inspired, and then down, then stay down for some time, then again up, again down. It was unsteady. But that is not how Prabhupada wanted us to be. Prabhupada wanted us to be fixed up, steady. So I have told this many, many times. So one day I was discussing with Amarendra Prabhu, what to do, how to become steady in bhakti. So Amarendra Prabhu said that, my Shiksha Guru, Mukunda Prabhu, told me something that I will share with you. And he said that Mukunda Prabhu said, if 16 rounds we chant very attentively every morning during Brahma Murta, and we finish our rounds before 7 o'clock every morning attentively, he said, then you will not fall down. Your spiritual life will be very steady. He said, this is a guarantee. Normally, when we ask for something, how can I do this? We are given a list, do 3 things or do 4 things. Here, Mukunda Prabhu said only one thing. You chant your 16 rounds exclusively without doing anything else. No book, no phone, no planning, no thinking of anything else. 16 rounds attentively you chant before 7 a.m. in Brahma Muhurta. You start at 4:30 or 5 o'clock until 7 o'clock you chant. You finished your 16 rounds attentively as an offering to Srila Prabhupada. He said, if you do this one thing, every single day, at least 16 attentive rounds in Brahma Muhurta, if we do it in front of Prabhupada, Mukunda Prabhu said, you will never fall down. Mataji, that day, that night, I still remember that conversation. It was very, very intense for me because I had never got such a simple solution. Because this nobody can say I cannot do. Who can say I cannot do? Everybody can spare 2 hours in the morning. I said, this is amazing. This is Ramban. So I have to do this. So I lashed onto that instruction like anything, Mataji. This is one thing I have followed in my life. One instruction I have followed. And it has saved my life spiritually. I could see the difference. Within 2 days, I could see the difference. Just 2 days. Because I was used to 4 or 5 rounds in the morning, 8 rounds in the car, 4 or 5 rounds at night. I was used to that pattern. Within 2 days, I could see the difference in me. I'm not boasting, but I'm just saying in my spiritual consciousness. And then once you get that, then you never want to stop. That is one thing. But despite doing this, what happened was I became proud of my sadhana. That I would see devotees, I would see them 8 o'clock at night, Saturday satsang is getting over, we are saying goodbye, and Prabhuji is taking mala. I would say, Prabhuji, chanting, you are not finished your chanting? No, Prabhu, 8 rounds are left. And I would say, fallen soul. Fallen soul. I finished my rounds at 7 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock at night, he's still got 8 rounds left. Fallen soul. Not a good devotee. I became very proud of my sadhana. And I started experiencing a lot of difficulties. And then some other mistakes also I made, criticizing devotees, fault finding. And in spite of doing the full, so what happened then? My consciousness became very disturbed. So I was wondering, I'm chanting my rounds every morning, 18, 20 rounds before 7 a.m. attentively I'm doing. Still my consciousness is not good. And I thought that I need to do something more. So then I thought Prabhupada gave morning program. So I should do the full morning program. If I do the full morning program, then Maya will not touch me. So I started doing my Mangal Aarti, I started doing Narsimha Aarti, Tulsi Aarti, Shikshashtakam, 16 rounds, and then hearing Bhagavatam class while doing puja, and then going out of the house. I started doing the full morning program. But still there was no difference. Hare Krishna. Still there was no difference in my consciousness. Then I asked again Mukunda Prabhu, Prabhuji, I'm doing everything, but still I feel my consciousness is not good. Maya is attacking and winning also. So what am I doing wrong? You said chant 16 rounds in Brahma Muhurta and nothing will happen. You will never fall down. So what to do? I am having a lot of difficulties. So then he gave me the second amazing advice, which has helped me very much. He told me only one sentence. He said, always keep yourself on the spiritual plane. Always keep yourself on the spiritual platform. He said, if you do this, you will never fall down. So then I thought, I am watching cricket highlights. I am watching news. I am reading so many nonsense things. I am wasting time. That time I am not on the spiritual platform. So I have to kick out all those things from my life. So I deleted NDTV. I deleted CNN. I deleted everything. All the things that were disturbing me, that were wasting my time. And even Facebook for some time I removed. And then I could see the difference. That if we always keep ourselves on the spiritual platform, then we will keep going deeper and deeper. For example, I'll give you an example. If we, just gross example. So if we are doing everything, morning program and everything, but at night before going to bed, we are watching a movie. Or we are watching something that is not favorable for Krishna consciousness. Tell me, how can we chant in the morning nicely? All those images, all those thoughts, what happened in this debate, what that senator said, what that presidential candidate did, this what, that's what, that, all those thoughts come. So I realized that it is not necessary to read news. What is really important, we will come to know through other people. We don't have to waste our time and bombard our brain with such useless information. So then I removed all those things from my life, and then it worked. Then it is easier to have steadiness in Krishna consciousness. So to answer your question, we have to hear Bhagavatam regularly. And as far as possible, we have to always keep ourselves on the spiritual plane. Anything that is not a spiritual platform, we should not go there. And this, we have to introspect. What is it I'm doing in my day which is not on the spiritual platform? Doing your work, your job is spiritual platform. Because through that job, we get Lakshmi, and with that Lakshmi, we are worshipping our Gaurnita, we are worshipping our Radha Krishna, we are serving Vaishnavas, we are maintaining our devotee families, isn't it? So that is devotional service. But otherwise, there are some things that we do which are not related to Krishna consciousness at all. In fact, they are distracting. Those things we have to kick out of our life. So I keep remembering this mantra in my mind. Always keep yourself on the spiritual platform. So just yesterday, I was watching one Kirtan video on Facebook. And you know how after that video, sometimes unrelated things show up. So it was something about wildlife. Because maybe in the past, I have seen wildlife videos. Tiger being killed by wild buffaloes. I had seen one video where an old lion in Africa was killed by the wild buffalo, herd of wild buffaloes. And so, because Facebook remembers, I am trying to forget all those impressions, but Facebook remembers. So it will show up those search results. So such a video showed up. And I was almost tempted to see, oh, it's only 2 minutes. Let me see. It looks very exciting. Looks very interesting. But then I remembered Mukunda Prabhu's words. Always keep yourself on the spiritual platform. I immediately shut down Facebook and went to do something Krishna conscious. So we have to keep reminding this mantra to always keep yourself on the spiritual platform. Always keep yourself on the spiritual platform. And morning program, we should do very sincerely. Then we will get the taste. Is that okay, Kasturi Manjari Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank
Hare
you,
Krishna.
Prabhu. Please keep me in your prayers, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Babaji. Can I ask you a question?
Yes, Vanita Mataji.
You just said that to keep yourself in spiritual form. I have completely stopped everything watching other than our spiritual videos. But one thing that bothers me still is I remember about patients or stuff from work. It keeps, especially when I do my 16 malas in the morning, I constantly finding myself thinking about work, about patients, about things that I need to do or follow up. And I am not able to control that. And also sometimes I find myself spiritually challenged because what I'm serving patients or what patients are asking, I'm doing them knowing that it's completely spiritual material attachment and they're asking things that I should really tell them something different, but I can't because I'm at work and maybe they're not motivated or stuff or really honestly, I don't have time because we are moving so fast there. So I need your help with that. How I try to keep my work thoughts away, but that's the only thing I'm struggling with.
Right.
Please help me.
Yeah. So Sharang Prabhu, is it okay if I take a little time to answer this question? Like 5 minutes? Okay. Thank you. So we see, Vanita Mataji, we see in Srimad Bhagavatam how Bharat Maharaj, he was distracted by that deer. That deer was his pet and he was taking care of his deer and it completely distracted him. When he would do his Shaligram worship and he wanted to make a fruit offering to his Shaligram Shilas, the deer would come and start eating those fruits. And Bharat would say, "Aww, so cute." You know, he would tolerate all that. Or he is in the middle of puja, Bharat Maharaj is doing puja, and he would notice my deer has wandered off in the forest. Right, some lion or tiger will attack my deer. He would leave the puja and run in search of the deer and find him somewhere in the forest, bring him back, and then continue puja. So he was completely distracted by that deer. And that led to his downfall. When he died, he had to become a deer in his next life. So similarly, we have to make sure that we are not distracted in our bhajan, whether it be our patients, thoughts from the work. No, because although work is indirectly related to Krishna, because it is helping us in our sustenance and maintaining a Krishna conscious family, but still it is not direct Krishna consciousness. And so taking care of the deer, being kind to the deer is an act of Krishna consciousness, but it is not direct Krishna consciousness. Therefore, it was not good for Bharat Maharaj. So that we have to understand. And as far as japa is concerned, and work thoughts come and they disturb us, distract us, I have found one thing to be very effective for that. And that is to chant in the association of devotees and to chant loudly. So we have a Zoom call every morning, 4:30 to 6:30, where we do group japa, and it has really helped me. Initially, I thought I'm doing it to facilitate, make sure the devotees are chanting their rounds early in the morning. But then I realized that I am thinking myself to be the doctor, but actually I am the patient. I am the one who is benefiting from the association. So I used to chant my rounds very softly, Upamshu. I would just use my lips and tongue, Upamshu, not the throat, not the vocal cord. But now, 2 hours, I chant Vachik with my vocal cords. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And then later on, I chant Upamshu. But 2 hours, I make sure I chant loudly. That loud chanting I have found to be more effective, more meditative, more absorbing than Upamshu. Because I am not so pure, my mind is not so pure that I can focus on Upamshu Japa. But Vachik Japa is helpful. So when those thoughts come, Mataji, to answer your question, chanting little loudly and hearing that sound vibration is very, very effective. Once Srila Prabhupada was asked a question, Srila Prabhupada, when I'm chanting, all the thoughts, different thoughts come to my mind. What to do? Prabhupada said, you chant loudly and you hear the Mahamantra. With your mouth you chant, with your ears you hear. Where is the question of mind? Prabhupada said. The thoughts are coming in the mind. Where is the question of mind? With your mouth you chant, with your ears you hear the Mahamantra.
Yes.
Prabhupada said. So that is one thing I would suggest. And just remember the example of Bharat Maharaj. It's very important.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you so much. I don't know if Angelica Mataji has a question. Angelique Mataji, because I saw that you unmute yourself earlier. If you have a question, please go ahead.
Flavier Mataji, do you have a question? I think she stepped away. Maybe there is no question. Sharan Prabhu.
Okay. Anyway, I would like to thank you so much. Today is the most important day, you like it or not, because if Krishna said that Radhakund is the most important place to be, that means it's a liquid form, ambrosial nectar of Srimati Radharani. That means we have to thank you so much for giving us this. And, you know, sometimes hearing it again and again is so wonderful. You know, we could have read it in Nectar of Instruction about all this, but hearing it from an advanced devotee is even better. And I don't know how to thank you. And everybody who is on that call, we are very, very lucky because today actually is a most important day for Krishna himself, because Krishna said it himself. That means we are the luckiest person on earth or in this universe, even though we are on earth.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Yes. By your mercy. It's only the mercy of a devotee that can give us the love of Krishna again.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Adi Gadadhar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you another month, Prabhuji.
Yes.
As always.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Let's all pray to Prabhu.
Thank you.
Huh? Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, let's all
Prabhuji,
pray.
Fabius is here. She wants to talk with you.
Yes, Flavia Mataji.
I just want to thank you so much. And everything, especially about the chanting, has really helped me. I am a testimony to everything. I'm going to fall because I'm not perfect, and Krishna is working me really a lot. So that is one thing really helped me a lot to chant with the group, the Japa group. And it's like the whole day goes better. If I'm late or something happened, and even if I'm only sleeping 2 hours, 3 hours, if I don't get up, the whole day goes wrong. But if I get up, and even if I'm tired, just the wonderful ecstatic japa, it just wakes me. And now I'm so blessed. My grandson Tristan has joined me in the morning, and it's just wonderful. As Adi Prabhu, I'm so grateful for you. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol. Adi Gadadhar Prabhu ki.
Jai.
Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.
One more thing.
All glories to all of
Thank
you.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Prabhuji.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much,
much.
Prabhuji, for the association.
I will use as a pretext.
Hare
Adi Gadadhar
Krishna,
Prabhu
Hare
just said that.
Thank you very much.
Prabhu,
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu,
Krishna,
we
Prabhuji.
wish to move to Atlanta.
Hare
To have
Krishna.
your association.
Hare Krishna.
Or we can bring him here.
We will bring him here.
We can bring him here.
No, you cannot have him. No, you cannot have him.
No. Transcendental fight between Atlanta and Fort Lauderdale.
Okay, let's don't fight. We already have Prabhu Mercy at least once a month.
Yes.
He will come home. But after the COVID, definitely he will come and
Oh, yes.
visit.
He's got
a lot of service
Right,
for Atlanta. We recognize that. Let Prabhu do his service because there's a reason why Krishna has put him there for the moment, put it like that. And let's him do his service.
Narendra Prabhu, you have to be on our side.
No, I am on the side of the devotees. That means everybody is devotees.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Krishna.
Hare
Okay,
Krishna.
as I said, let's pray for Prabhu so that Prabhu has a lot of courage to continue his service and to give nectar, to give nectar to all the devotees. Okay?
Thank you.
Nam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki jai. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hari Bol.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hari
Hare
Bol.
Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Prabhu.
Thank
I will
you.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna.
Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Jai Shri Prabhu.
Jai Shri.
Hare
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.